Actually, my name is Sharif Haikal. I'm originally Egyptian lawyer working as a litigation lawyer in Dubai for more than 20 years in Dubai, in addition to over 5 years in Egypt before I come over to Dubai. My 20 years of being a litigation working on the ground in Dubai, where before we start our own OGH Legal, our own firm, was with the largest and the most famous local and GCC law firms, and Summit Tamimi, which is the largest law firm in the Middle East. My main focus and more specialism, or area of specialism, is litigation, with focus on general commercial dispute. I would say the most complicated ones, since I've started working in Dubai. My luck is always the most complicated litigation cases, and I would say the high-profile clients such as banks, real estate companies, very high net worth individuals and family business, cross-border cases, white-collar crimes, the big size of it. This kind of cases and clients. I'm not sure if I need to zoom into the kind of cases or the kind of clients that I have to mention now, or we keep this to the next question. Thank you for the question, because we believe that OGH and myself, Sharif Haikal, as a founder of OGH, are very unique in filling the gap between the international law firms with very high standard and the local law firms with deep knowledge of the local, very technical issues, how litigation lawyers should deal with courts in town, and at the same time, how professional and responsive a litigation lawyer should be when dealing with such complicated and very, I would say, unique kind of cases with multiple complications and multiple parties joined. And the vast majority of these cases, we have cross-border issues and crossing jurisdictional issues. So it represents, I would say, the most difficult litigation matters in Dubai, which is already one of the jurisdictions that have, I would say, this is my own assessment, Dubai has one of the most hot areas in the world with this kind of very complicated matters and banking issues, real estate disputes, white-collar crime, size of cases, international fraud. This is exactly what we can identify ourselves as OGH, and especially Sharif and my co-founding partner Mohammed is providing this very unique. We are filling that very unique space between the high standard international law firms and local law firms with very deep knowledge of the practice of the local laws. As I just mentioned, maybe because we are identifying ourselves as a boutique law firm, filling the gap between the international law firms and local expertise, we always get that kind of unique cases with very high complexity and I would say very high net worth clients. So I would say that we are handling cases for one of the European governments for a big fraud that was committed by a European national, and the amount is above 7 billion dirhams. We handle cases for the biggest real estate companies in town, like A'mar, which is Dubai-owned company, Dubai Holding, Aldar, which is Abu Dhabi-owned company, Danube Properties, which is a private real estate company. We have also handled the biggest insolvency matters in town, and we're still handling some of them. We do handle some of the very unique and very complicated IP and copyright cases, some of them over video games, IP and so. And this very case was very much interesting because it started in the U.S. Through Dubai courts and with a huge relation to the French courts. So we had to fly over the 3 jurisdictions to work on it, and finally, alhamdulillah, we got a very remarkable judgment from the highest court in Dubai, changing the whole view of the legal practice to this very kind of complications. So we have ended up with a remarkable judgment in that. And for the European government, we won the case against all those guys who defrauded the government. And it's an international judgment, by the way. It's all over the place. Everyone is speaking about it. I'm not sure if I have to go further. I don't want to bore you. So we have successfully helped the Danish government to achieve judgments against, I would say, a scheme that committed, I would say, a civil fraud against the tax authority in Denmark, which has ended up with I cannot call them the criminals because we are not grounding the case here on criminal basis, but in Denmark they are. So the members of the scheme have successfully, I would say, taken 7 billion dirhams, which we have successfully secured a final judgment against. This is number one. Number two, a very famous video game case for Color Switch. It's called Color Switch. The company, the owner of the company is Color Switch, a company established in the US. The individual behind the company called David Richmond. And I have successfully assisted the Afghani government in a very famous case against one of its national bank's CEO, who successfully stolen about 15 billion dirhams. But that was back in 2014 or 15, and it's a very famous case. And the bank is called Carol Bank, and it was about cooperation between the judicial UAE system and the judicial Afghani system, wherein we have successfully implemented a bilateral between the two countries to get that guy who's now behind the bars because of this case, which is one of the biggest white collar crimes I've handled. I believe that it's always useful to get in contact with colleagues from all over the world, so we can communicate, share knowledge, share information, and share expertise on areas that we are good at. And it's always an achievement to make new friendship with colleagues with the same background.